and welcome back to Darlo to the Prem, episode 15. And today we are up against Solihull Moors, who at the time of planning were 6th in the league, but have actually dropped down a little bit. It's very tight in the whole league, effectively. But transfer news, we haven't sold anyone, but we have got somebody going out at the end of the season. We've brought in a loanee, James Andrews, costing £140 a week. We've had a brutal February. If we look at the schedule, so many games, back to back to back to back to back. And it was a real struggle, certainly at the start of the month. We've got our two centre-backs, Pennington and Crompton. They are both jaded, in need of rest. So it's now, the whole month has been a case of rotating. So there wasn't any consistency until the last three games. When we had that week's break, it was wonderful having the week's break after the Southend game. And the team have certainly improved since then. But yeah, back to James Andrews. He's come in on loan, £140 a week, and he's 6'5", decent pace, and has played 3 games and has done rather well. So very pleased with him. Other news, if we look at the squad, Harry Wood, the man who came in and appeased Lucas Stevenson as the attacking midfielder. He's actually played central midfield. He's by far the best player of the club now, and he's playing really quite well. He's 3 goals and 3 assists, and a missed penalty in amongst that in his 9 appearances. So really pleased with Harry Wood. The whole team are playing well, and if we look at the league table now, we are joint top, 9 points above third place team Yeovil, and Solihull Moors 54 points. They must have lost the last game or so, because they were sat in around about 6th place. So there isn't a great deal of points between, down to 14th Rochdale 53. They're 5 points separate them and 7th. So it is quite tight there. Accrington and Hartlepool and probably Maidenhead are about to be deposited out of the league. So poor old Accrington dropping like a stone. But hopefully we can pick things up, and the recent run of form has seen our goal difference gone from single digits into double digits. So that's been pleasing. And now, like I say, today we are away at Solihull Moors. So the team's been selected. We're basically rotating at the moment between Crompton and Pennington just to try and keep them fit. Ideally, Crompton should play today, but in actual fact, let's do it. He can have back-to-back games. Pennington's the one that's needed the rest the most, and he's their partner in Andrew. So Walker in goal, who I think is approaching the clean sheet record for the club. Hewitt, Crompton, Andrews, and Ankupon, who's made the left-back role his own. Lucas Stevenson in the defensive role. We've switched back to the 4-3-3 with Wood and Angyaman as our central midfielders. And we've switched back because of Wood, and he is so good. Willis on the left, Simpson on the right, and Big Gerald up front. So we've seen fluctuating form from everyone, fluctuating opinions from the coach, who suggests how good these players are. But Willis has come in, he's been steady, he's not done anything too exciting. It's been a bit of a disappointment. But he's a steady Eddie. I would have expected more from someone who's played 24 games in League 2 last year. But maybe he's just settling in. Simpson has been quite a revelation. He's been scoring regularly and proven to be quite a decent purchase, particularly with the added pace. And Big Jerry now has 11 league goals. He's not done too badly, but he is a bit patchy in form. There was a striker I tried to bring in, but he just wanted too much money. Otherwise, we might have released Big Jerry. And on striker news, Charlie Ondo, he's come in. He complained about not starting enough games. I said, fair enough, then I will look to sell you. No sooner I said that we had 2 bids, and Futuro Kings is the one he's selected. So we look at, he's going for 15k plus a few add-ons. So quite happy with that. It might be that Reino Salici might be joining him. He's not really played. Again, he's another decent player, but he's not really improving because of our poor training facilities, poor training coaches, etc. So there, we've had various players come in and say they're unhappy. So Tom Lavery is one, Gallagher was another, Reino Salici was a third. So they all complained, not starting enough games. I said, fair enough, I can't give you the game time. And most of them turn around and say, oh yeah, we're happy. So it's a case of not falling in love with any players, and if they want to leave, let them leave, has been the philosophy. But that's enough talking. Let's go on to this match. Particularly if we win it. Oh, that's why. Solihull Moors are on a terrible run. Okay, they're dropping like a stone. So this probably wasn't the best of games to pick, but it's an away game. And next up is Halifax, who are equally mid-table. So hopefully the guys can put on a bit of a performance and show you how good some of them are. Or not, as the case may be. What was the ref doing? Oh, he's waving for a corner, was he? Oh, Willis taking corners now. That's an improvement from Crompton. Nothing like having a big 6'2" centre back taking corners. Come on, boys, get into them. Rob this ball. Or this could be the perfect game. This is where we, having won, 4 or 5 on the trot, fall miserably to a team that are completely out of form. And there's Cairo Mitchell just to say, yeah, that's the script for today. So we're controlling possession, controlling shots. They've had 1 shot and have scored. Marvellous. Let's give them a bit of fire. Let's see if they can pick something up. Oh, I must change my tactics as well. That's not the play you want for a long looping cross for Al Willis. The man who deceives. Good ball from Wood. Big Jerry with the shot, and it's another one of these games where just randomly we go, book. Look, 7 fouls, 3 yellow cards. What is going on? It's just strange that from time to time we get a game where we've probably got a terrible ref who doesn't know how to ref a game and just books players for making a tackle. But here's Harry Wood. Received the ball from Stevenson. He's passed it down to Simpson. Simpson, who's been decent, and he's crossed for Big Jerry for a tap in. And that's the equaliser early in the second half. So we've got plenty of time to make our superior abilities pay off and hopefully rub Solihull Moors noses in the dirt. And more importantly, Boreham Wood must be losing. So getting a winner now could be vital. Andrews and Crompton, both centre-backs booked, along with Simpson, the right winger. Hewitt, who's come in, been very steady since he signed Crompton, receives the ball. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt, probably back to Crompton, no, to Stevenson. Stevenson looks up, past the big Jerry. Ooh, cross-field ball to Willis. Willis, can he get the cross in? He can. And it goes straight onto Solihull Moore's head. Oh, I think we've benefited there. I don't think that was a particularly... Oh, that is a very harsh penalty. Harry Wood, though, with a thunderous strike. The one thing he didn't do with his missed penalty was strike it like that. The others, he has come in and really given it a whack. And the starting 11 have turned things around. So Lucas Stevenson to Simpson through to Wood. Can he make it two? No, he can't. Right, let's make a couple of changes. Romain Sawyers can come in there. We can let him be more of a playmaker. Fletcher for Stevenson. He's suffering a bit today. And let's get McLeod on. He needs some game time. Just try and freshen things up. Give them the old focus. Pharrell Willis with a cross. Crompton! Oh! If only we had a corner taker earlier in the season, Crompton could have been up for a lot more. But that should be game, set and match in this one. If we check the league table, Boreham are losing or have lost. So that is a big, big day for us. Start of the season relegation favourites, according to the media anyway. And here we are, into March, top of the league, hopefully 3 points clear. Thank you very much. We'll take that. And that is a huge win. Right, we'll get on to the Boreham game. So see you then. Right, so here we are, ready for our big game against Boreham Wood. So it is really top of the table clash. We have opened a small gap against them, so a defeat here will bring that gap down to a point. What was it? Might actually be 2 points. And a win, it's a chasm. So this could be effectively for promotion. Obviously, there's still a month and a half to go after this. But if we maintain any of the form we have done, then it should be a stroll in the park. But this is the big game. And if we get the win, I can see us getting promoted as champions. So the team for today, Sam Walker in goal. Then we've got Elliot Hewitt right back with Carter Pennington and Mr. Ben Crompton as the centre-backs and Prince as our left-back. Lucas Stevenson, our skipper, is the defensive midfielder with Harry Wood, I almost said Richard Wood, and Terrell Angerman in midfield, and our front three are Pharrell Willis, Nathan Simpson and Big Jerry. So Big Jerry's down on form again, so he's dropped down to 2 stars. Or my coaches are just ignorant and don't know what they're talking about. Could be either. And we'll kick off and see how we can get on. So it should be a big crowd as well. There was over 3,000 tickets sold, so fingers crossed, we'll see. 3,327. So yes, it's a good old crowd, so hopefully we can put on some kind of show. But it's Boreham Wood that have taken the Advantage, pushing forward. Is that a foul? I think Maguire's done Stevenson there. Referee's just ignored it. And Pennington has put it in his own net. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So they've had 2 shots, none on target, and got a goal. Fantastic. Let's fire them up. So yeah, lead down to 2 points, unless we can pull it back. And it doesn't look favourable here, does it, with Bournemouth pushing forward. Come on, boys. Try and get a footy. We've got a footy in. But the clearance is terrible. It's coming straight back and... Oh! Was that a save? It was a save. Big Sam Walker, the 6'6" frame, managed to get there. It's still not cleared. Come on, end highlight, end highlight. Thank goodness for that. Oh, that's another one. We have been dreadful. So much for promotion and all that talk. They're over us like a rash. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. 1 shot. Barely controlling possession. Let's get rid of that stupid bloody thing. One day I'll remember to actually turn it off. Oh dear, oh dear. What to do? This is just about the best side I can get out. Big Jerry, obviously his form is fluctuating. On the good days, he's 2.5 stars. On the bad, he's terrible. Pharrell Willis, another one, playing rubbish. Simpson's playing. Oh, we've got an attack. We've finally got a highlight. Unless we're going to lose it and they're going to counter. Hang your man, hits the bar. Come on then, let's go a little bit more positive. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Is it going to go all the way? Hang your man. He finds Willis. Willis generally loses the ball, but finds Big Jerry to Stevenson. Back to Pennington. Over to Simpson and then back to Hewitt. Hewitt back to Pennington. Pennington, will he find? Oh, he's found Wood. To Hewitt to Pennington. These little triangles. To Hewitt. Hewitt passes it to them. They're over us like a rash. That's just terrible. Blimey now. Right, Big Jerry's done sweet FA. Pharrell is done sweet FA, so we'll make him an attacking playmaker down there. And Lucas Stevenson's having a mare. Dear oh dear, so many of these players just having a mare. We have been beaten, well and truly beaten by a better team. It's either we don't like the crowd, so we just haven't played, but that has just been an absolutely out of character, dreadful performance from these. So positive beforehand, and that was just gut-wrenchingly bad. So there we go. The lead's down to 2 points. They've got a 7-goal better goal difference. So if we draw, they win. We're down into the playoffs. How sickening. So we can see Aldershot next up. They're decent. Fylde, Accrington, Forest Green are decent. Barnet and Altrincham. Not sure on Barnet, Altrincham and Fylde. I think Fylde, Barnet and Altrincham are up there. So there's a few tough games, but we'll come back. certainly for the Altrincham game. Perhaps we'll look at Forest Green as well. And all depends on how the results go in between. So if we're pushing for that top spot and promotion, we'll come back a bit sooner. But whatever it is, we'll just make sure that we're there for any end of season festivities. Right, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Long.